Hello, it's Jeanette J Beauty and welcome to my channel. First off, Happy New Year. This year is going to be amazing, not just for me, but also you too. I am claiming it, and I really thank you so much for all your support, your continued support, and just allowing me to do what I love to do, and that's to film videos, to educate, just to be present, being a vessel for you, and just living in my purpose. I want to live my purpose, live my passion, and all the support that you've given me has allowed me to do just that. So today I'm going to be talking about how I have lost, I have lost 26 pounds to date, but last month in December, I lost a total of 21 pounds. This month just started and I am feeling so good. I'm on the path to my goal. I made little marks on the calendar, so I should be losing about 4 pounds a week. Now, I want to put a disclaimer out because my last video when I mentioned how I lost 50 pounds in 2 months, some people didn't quite understand that my normal weight, my pre-pregnancy weight is about 140 pounds to 150. So my body was adjusting back down to that. So it's not like my body is used to being 200 plus pounds. So that plays a huge role. Also, I wanted to talk about my diet and what I'm doing. That played a major role. So if I'm going from a diet where I'm eating a lot of junk food, bad foods, and then I'm going to a healthier lifestyle, going from exercising like maybe once a month, if that's to consistently exercising and eating out all the time, a lot of fast foods, restaurant foods, processed foods, and going to eating lighter and healthier foods, I mean, it's just bound to make sense. I'm going to lose a good amount of weight, especially being consistent. This is what has helped me, and I just want to keep this going. Just be inspiration to you because you've told me from my last video, that video was so emotional. I am just glad I made it. That was a little bit of my truth and just what I've been going through. I see the light and I know exactly what I want to do, and that's to lose 100 pounds just for right now, which is going to put me at 180, and then from there I can lose 40 pounds. Well, about 40 or 30 pounds. I just want to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight. That's when I felt my most confident, my most comfortable, and I had more energy. So I'm trying to get back to a healthier state. I am 5'9". I just want to share with you 12 simple things that I did to lose 21 pounds last month, which was in December. So first, number one, I had to change my whole mindset and just have a more positive can-do attitude. This really helps me, especially just the way I am, the way I'm programmed. I have always been like this. If something is just off mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, any part of me is off, it's not gonna work. I had to make sure that my body was in sync, on one accord. So I knew I don't like where I'm going, gaining all this weight, especially gaining this weight back, and I don't want to be like this. I don't want to live like this. And I knew in order for me to make a change and to lose weight and to keep the weight off, I am going to have to devise a plan. So I had to really think, dig down deep within myself and let myself know, like, this is what we're gonna do, and there's no excuses. There's no more feeling bad for ourselves. There's no more going to different dress sizes and just keep buying new clothes, new clothes, new clothes. There's no more of that. And I had to really understand that for myself. No one could tell me that. You know, like a lot of times people on the outside looking in, they try to tell you something. They don't know your life. They don't know what you've been through. And once I had that plan, mentally I had to think, is this realistic for me? Am I going to do this? Am I going to put in the work? Yes, I am, because I want this so bad. I want to lose 100 pounds. I want to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, and I want to be healthy. So that all over, I was on board. Like mentally, I said, okay, I have a treadmill, I have other equipment, I have a bench, I have so much. I have to do a gym tour and show you how my gym came out. It's so beautiful, very effective. I said, you know, I have all this equipment. All I have to do is utilize it. I don't want it just sitting in the garage and I'm not doing anything about it. And mentally, I was already there. Emotionally, I already knew how I felt, and my feelings were to better myself. In order for me to better myself, I knew what I had to do. And physically, I had to have the strength. So it goes along with just being mindful all over. Like my whole body was on sync with this plan, and I gave myself some time to get ready, just to get all of that excess out, the feeling of missing out, like that FOMO, fear of missing out. I had to get rid of that. So I gave myself 2 weeks to prepare, to get it together, and I had to get that ROI back, and it's been working beautifully ever since. 2, I stopped eating after 7. I would say a huge factor as to why I was gaining weight and gaining weight quickly was because I was eating at any time of the day. And a lot of it was contributed to depression and just not feeling like myself and just not really caring. But once I gained the structure and part of my plan, 7 was the cutoff time, and I feel so good. I go to sleep around 10 o'clock, so I don't want to eat right before I'm going to bed because then I'm feeling sluggish. Before, when I was gaining weight and just not really caring in a different whole mindset, I would eat whenever I wanted to, no matter if it was like first thing in the morning when I got up and lunchtime, snacking throughout the day, eating all the way up until the restaurants closed at 9 and 10 p.m. It didn't matter to me. And then shortly after, I come home and it's time to get ready for bed, because of course when you're going to sleep and you're laying down, you're not really doing much. So if you're more active throughout the day, you can burn some more calories. I feel a lot better and I'm not feeling so sluggish, lethargic, and like I'm so full and hot and uncomfortable right before I'm going to bed. When I'm going to bed, I want to make sure that my food is digested, that I'm feeling light, that I'm feeling good, I'm relaxed, I can settle down, get ready for bed, and 7 o'clock is a great time for me. Number 3 is to be more active and work out every day. Now, I know you may hear every day and you're like, that's a bit much, but it's only 20 to 30 minutes a day. That's where I find my happy place. And there's 24 hours in a day. There's 8 hours that I'm sleeping, driving back and forth to school, and getting ready, planning my day, being with my toddlers. We have our little school time. So 30 minutes out of that is not a lot. So what else am I really going to be doing? I don't watch TV. I do watch YouTube videos, but other than that, I can take that 30 minutes out of the day and go work out. So what I've been doing is taking classes on a treadmill. We have our running or walking, so there's an incline, and that incline, don't be fooled by the walking when I say a walking class, because I have burned upwards to 600 calories from a walking class, a 20-minute walking class. And sometimes I'll do a 30-minute walking class maybe twice a week. And it's really the incline that is really giving you that strength and that momentum. You gotta keep going. And we go all the way up to 12%. It's special, it is a lot. For the past, I wanna say like 2.5 weeks, I also take another class, which is 10 minutes. Working my upper body, working my lower body. I just wanna have that strength. So I do use weights, 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes at the most, and I'm done for the whole day. So it's less than an hour. I got my workout in, and by me doing that, I am seeing the results. The weight is shedding, like it is coming off, and I don't have like that flabby skin. I've received a lot of questions because I have lost weight very quickly, and I've gained weight and lost it and all of that, if my skin is loose. No, my skin is not loose. And because I've always incorporated weights when I'm losing weight, it has really helped to tone my body. So just really being active, really taking the initiative to work out every single day. And it's only for 30, 40 minutes max. It has made a tremendous difference for the better. And that takes me into number 4, which is having discipline. So not only saying this is what I want to do, discipline is still keeping to the plan even when you don't feel like it. Those days, nights where I'm tired, and it's like some nights on the weekend, I have worked out at midnight. I find time no matter when it is, because I am dedicated to losing this weight. It's happened maybe 5 times where I was doing a lot throughout the day, running errands with my children, and the day just got ahead of me, but I made sure I made time. Those 30 to 40 minutes are crucial, and during the weekend when I don't have to wake up, it's easier for me to go to sleep a little bit later anyway. Having that discipline, remembering what you wanted initially when you started, before it got tough, before you felt like you wanted to quit, remember what you said you were going to do and hold true to that. I want to do this. I'm focused on the prize, and the prize is myself. So I need to treat myself with the respect that I deserve. 99% of the times after I finish a workout, I'm like, I feel so good, and then I get right into the shower. I just feel so good. It's like, yes, I'm sticking to my plan. I'm not gonna let anything deter me, and just having that motivation and just feeling so great about myself. Like, this is what I'm actually doing. I'm holding true. I'm not stopping. I am going to lose this 100 pounds no matter what. So I feel amazing about myself and discipline. Make sure you are drinking your water. I bought this from Five and Below about 2.5 weeks ago, and I love it. I love it because it has this straw. It's a reusable straw, and I'm always drinking. You can see my lipstick right here. I find it better for me to be able to drink. I have to drink through a straw. When I have a cup, I don't know what it is about a straw. I just find that I could drink more, and I fill this up. I put my ice in there, put some water, fill this up several times throughout the day. I'm constantly drinking water. Water is really good for you because it allows a lot of the toxins, the bad stuff to kind of flush out through your system. I may feel a little bit fuller. I've noticed when I drink a lot of water, I'm not snacking as much throughout the day, and I feel so good, especially waking up first thing in the morning. I make sure that I drink my water. That's how I set the precedence for the day. I'm feeling refreshed. Then my fruit, and then I'll have some oatmeal or some cereal with some almond milk, and it's so good. But I just want to start my day off with water. It has helped me just staying focused, staying balanced, and I could tell that my body, it feels good. My skin is glowing. Just your whole body is going to work more in sync. And as far as me not overeating, water has definitely helped keep me mindful. I make sure I'm drinking my water with every meal, and that's pretty much all I've been drinking. I may have some juice, but 100% juice, like pineapple juice, cranberry juice, those types of juices. I make sure that it's 100% natural, so it's not artificially inflated with a bunch of sugars and all these extra additives that aren't the best for the body. It has helped me so much. So make sure you drink your water. Number 6, which is to eat a lot more fruits, vegetables, and healthier foods. Not that fake me out healthier, but actually legit healthier foods. Like, a lot of people, they have salads, but they're drenching a lot of the creamy dressing, and it just kind of takes away from the overall nutrition value. So I'm making sure that I'm eating a good amount of fruits and vegetables. A lot of the vitamins, minerals, the overall nutrients that my body needs, I'm getting it from the actual source. Also, I'm not eating a lot of heavy foods like before. And when I say heavy foods, I'm talking about a lot of carbs and food that just sits on my stomach. I may feel bloated or just feel like it's too much. I do eat pasta, other foods like seafood, so I'm not just eating fruits and vegetables. I want to make that clear, but I'm making sure that I'm not like overdoing it. I want to make sure that I'm still full, I'm eating good, I'm eating right, but not to the point where I'm gonna feel so heavy. And it also processes quickly through the body. So when you're eating a lot of vegetables, especially like green leafy vegetables, I find that it just really helps, you know, go through. You are not gonna be all clogged up. I feel so much better. I don't have that knot in my stomach and feeling bloated or just feeling so uncomfortable. I know. And before I was regular, but now I'm even more regular. So make sure that you are consuming an adequate amount of vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and all that goodness. And number 7 is to eat less. And what I mean is to know my portion control sizes. Before, when I gained all that weight and I was going out to eat pretty much every day, I would have an appetizer, an entree, dessert, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 appetizers, and I would just eat it all, like most of it. I'll say like 85 to 90%. I would eat all of that, and I know that's so much, but back then I was just eating, I just loved eating food. But now that I have a goal in mind, I know that portion control is very important, and I'm gonna eat a right size. I'm not gonna OD. I don't eat to the point where I'm getting stuffed and I'm getting full and I'm like, whoa, okay, that's enough. No, when I feel myself getting full, I just stop. I reel it back, and I've realized it's okay. Like, if I'm eating out, it's okay to take the food home. Before, I was like, no, I can't take the food home. I don't want to reheat it up. It's not going to taste the same. The texture is going to be different. I don't want to do all that. I want to eat it now. Because, you know, some food, it just doesn't taste the same the next day or the day after. So you just want to eat it in that sitting, and that's what I was guilty of doing. Typically, I'm preparing my meals at home so I could save the excess, put it in the refrigerator, heat it up later. Like, when my mind is like, okay, we're full, Don't push it. Just stop. If I would have applied that back then, I know a lot of the pounds I gained wouldn't even be here, but it is what it is, and I'm working to lose those extra pounds. But just make sure you pay attention to portion size, and if you get full, you could save it for later. And number 8 is to stop doubting myself and just to be more optimistic. Sometimes we could be our worst critic, and it's so true. We spend the most time in our mind. So it's very important to be nice to yourself and to know like you're changing for the better, to love yourself and not to be so hard on yourself. Like this takes a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment to do, and the fact that you're being consistent, it is rewarding. Like just be nice to yourself, be optimistic, and just choose to do better. I know for myself, this has really helped me grow, not only in my fitness journey, but also on my life journey. Just talking better to myself. Be more loving to yourself, and to have affirmations or journaling, whatever is going to get you in the mood and make you feel better and just really have that self-love. Do that. You can feel more relaxed and just let a lot of tension, a lot of stress, worries, anxiety just go. And with all of that just leaving your body, you can feel more at rest and more in tune with yourself, and working out is going to flow a lot easier, especially for me. I know when I don't have a lot of thoughts in my mind and just those sad feelings or anger, anxiety, certain emotions, they're just not there. I could feel myself. I feel more present. Therefore, I'm able to reach the goals that I have set for myself. And it just works 360, like all around. I'm telling you, work on that. If you feel yourself talking a lot of negative talk, or you just don't feel good, look into that, whether it's going to therapy, reading a lot of books, gaining some knowledge, watching videos on how to improve the quality of your life. And once you really apply that, you're more prone to be more active and to be a betterment to yourself. So the mental is very strong. You spend the most time in your head, like you're with yourself all the time. Like you don't leave yourself and come back. Like this is not a friend, it's not a family member, your loved ones. No, you're with yourself 24/7. So you owe it to yourself to be nice. Take time that you need, but don't give up, because there's times where we may feel a little bit sad, and I just don't want that to prevent you from the bigger goal. You set a goal in mind, let's do it, because we can do it. I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but if you take little steps are still steps to progression. Take baby steps. It's still moving. Even if you're moving slow, you're still making that progression. 9 is a very, very big one. One of the reasons why I gained pretty much on my way back that I lost last year and the year prior was to stop eating at fast food places and restaurants. So I have pretty much cut that out. Even if I'm going to Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, or we go to the mall, my children aren't eating it, I don't eat it because number one, I haven't had the desire to eat it. If we went to Chick-fil-A, I would get the fries, go to Starbucks, get my drink, get croissants, desserts, pastries, all of that, and even Chipotle, get the tortilla. Like there's so much food I would get, but if I'm going to those places now, I don't even have the taste for it, honestly, and I'm so glad I don't. I think it's because mentally I've already set in my mind what I want, and I don't want to get off track. And also I just know what it may do. Like I would have to really force myself to eat it, and I probably may not even like it. I keep thinking, you know, sometimes you have a cheat day or a cheat meal and it's not even that good. Like I've been there so many times where I'm like, okay, Saturday I'm gonna have one cheat meal and that's it. I had a cheat meal and the food, like my meal is not even that good, and it's like, what a waste. So I just make sure that I'm in control. I've been to a few restaurants for celebrations, but that's it. It's not like a regular day. Before I was going to Cheesecake Factory, going to PF Chang's, going to a lot of restaurants, taking the food out and eat it at home because either I didn't feel like cooking, I was just out of it, depressed, and just being consistent and not indulging in these types of food has made a difference as well, and that's why I'm able to lose this weight quickly. Number 10, I'll have one sweet a day. I do have a sweet tooth. It's not as big as it was before, but just to keep my mind going and to satisfy my sweet tooth, I have one sweet a day. So it could be these Reese's cups, or I'll have this cashew butter. It's like a granola bar, but with cashews. Some other treats I'll have, but I'm only having one. Like not a Cinnabon, but something like small, not enough to where I'm indulging, you know. 11, now I don't hear this often and it makes sense. It may sound a little weird, but I make sure that I chew my food. Like I really chew my food. I don't just chew like 1, 2, 3 and then swallow. No, I'm chewing, making sure that I do eat my food before I swallow. That way my body is able to break it down a lot easier. It doesn't just plop on my stomach and I don't feel that bulge. Like, you know, sometimes you feel like your food is just sitting here. I don't get that anymore. You're not really chewing the food and you feel like, oh, like so uncomfortable. And just to make sure that what I'm saying is truthful, I did look it up. Let me share with you what I found. So right here with healthline.com, it reads, chewing food thoroughly slows down your eating pace and reduces the number of calories you take in, which can lead to weight loss. And it makes sense because if you're eating with intent, you're not just eating, but you take your time, then the signal once you're full will go to the mind and be like, okay, that's enough. But if you're just eating so quickly, not really giving your mind the time to think, it's like, whoa. And by the time you get the message that, okay, I'm full, and then you stop eating, and then at this point, you've ate a lot more, and you feel bloated or you feel so heavy, and it's like, Also with time.com, chewing food more thoroughly also increases blood flow to the stomach and gut. And then from another source, SHDC, apart from improving digestion and the absorption of nutrients, chewing your food longer also has the benefit of giving your body a chance to process the fact that you are eating and consuming food. It has a positive impact on controlling weight gain. So if you do chew your food a lot more, it will help. I notice for me, because I get that signal, okay, I've ate enough, I'm good, I don't need to eat anymore. But before, when I was eating all that food, I would eat so quickly, and then by the time that I realized I was full, it's like, you know, I'm over full at this point. I feel uncomfortable, and sometimes I like that feeling because then I feel warm, and if I'm in the house, I could lay down, or if I knew I was about to go home, I could lay down, relax, get comfortable, and that's just what I did. Chewing your food more and chewing it a little slowly, taking your time, is gonna help. 11, I just thought about this. I had this on my notes as an extra one, but it is to get 8 hours of sleep. Now, I know that could be rough or it could be a little challenging sometimes, but I make sure that I get 8 hours of sleep, and it has a great effect. Before, when I wasn't getting 8 hours of sleep, maybe 6 hours or 5 hours, or breaking my sleep up, maybe 4 hours here. Then later, after I took my children to school and got everyone acclimated, maybe like 6 hours later, then I would take a nap for a couple hours and then do something else and go here, run errands. My sleep was all over the place. My body just wasn't there how it should be. But I've noticed when I can really take the time to sleep, my body really processes, and especially if I work out like before I go to sleep, maybe like an hour before I go to sleep, then actually go to sleep the next morning, I feel more refreshed, as opposed to me not doing that. And before, it was just like, you know, what am I doing? So I will back this up. And this is an article. When you're short on sleep, it's easy to lean on a large latte to get you moving. You might be tempted to skip exercise because you're too tired, get takeout for dinner, and then turn in late because you're uncomfortably full. If this cascade of events happens a few times each year, no problem. Trouble is, more than a third of Americans aren't getting enough sleep on a regular basis, yet experts agree that getting enough shut-eye is as important to health, well-being, and your weight as our diet and exercise. So further down, it also reads, your sleepy brain. Skimping on sleep sets your brain up to make bad decisions. It dulls activity in the brain's frontal lobe, the locus of decision-making and impulse control. So it's a little like being drunk. You don't have the mental clarity to make good decisions Plus, when you're overtired, your brain's reward centers rev up, looking for something that feels good while you might be able to squash comfort food cravings. So those are some more contributing factors that I didn't really think about much, but I'm thinking just giving your body the rest it needs, able to burn those calories and to, do what it needs to do. But when I don't get my rest and I just feel just so out of it, and I don't want to feel out of it, I want to be just mentally, peacefully sound. And getting my sleep is very important to me. It really helps just be able to focus and to operate a lot better throughout the day, especially because I am a busy mother of 4. I need to make sure that I'm not only good for myself, but also for my children, remembering what they need to do, their practices, homework, you name it. I need to be on top of everyone. Lastly, I have been drinking this ISO 100 protein drink in the flavor cookies and cream, and it is so good. It just, it's really good. And I got it from iHerb, and I love iHerb so much. And they have items ranging from hair products to body products, baby, children products, also nutritional items just like the ISO 100, and it really helps. I've noticed with my muscles, the way my body is forming, like my curves are really popping, and I know that it has a little something to do with this drink because it's protein. It has 23 grams of protein in that 5 ounce. So I do add some almond milk to it, and the almond milk, I know that it has helped, and it's going to keep my body nice and toned the way I want. I'm doing a lot of upper body strength training, lower body strength training, and to have that protein drink right after, it does help. Not just losing the weight by burning a whole bunch of calories, but not toning. I've been there before years ago. I want to say like maybe 10 years ago, 10, 11, when I lost so much weight. I was at my lowest weight ever, 114 pounds. Mind you, I'm 5'9", so I was so thin, but when I sat down, it was like my skin folded down too. It wasn't really firm. I would look in the mirror and feel fat. Even though I was 114 pounds, I was not fat by any stretch of the imagination. I lost that much weight because I was modeling. I was doing high fashion modeling here and there, and it felt good. That's what I wanted to do at that time. Walk on the runway, do editorial shoots and all that. It was fun while it lasted, but I said that to say I was doing so much cardio from going on the treadmill. I was walking, jogging, running, going on the elliptical machine, taking classes, high intensity classes. There was just so much cardio, but I didn't pay attention to the weight machine in that area. And it took me a while to realize that I need to work on building my muscles and, just toning my body, because once I did do that, I noticed the next time I gained weight when I was pregnant with my 3rd son, I didn't gain weight as quickly because I had that muscle. I was more toned. It's a lesson learned. You live and you learn, and there's so many lessons that I have learned over the years, and I just know what I want, what my true desires are. This is my goal. This is my journey. This is what I want to do. And I know that many of you have your goals that you want to accomplish. So comment them down below. Let's support each other, because this is not an easy task to do. But once we're on this path, we stay consistent. We have that discipline, that determination, and that can-do attitude. We're nice to ourselves. We're just encouraged. Through and through, we will get to our goals. Just write down what you want to do. Even sometimes just seeing what you want to do is helpful. I know for me, I'm a visual, so I need to see what I'm doing to be able to completely understand, so there's no lapse in judgment or there's no gray areas. This is what we're doing. We're setting out. We're starting. Boom, we're going. I am going to continue making these fitness videos because they are inspiring for you, and that's the whole reason why I make them. So with that being said, I will see you in my next video. Bye.